Hello, hello. This is Judy. Stamp of the month. This month is this Great Owl set. And these are the stamps. And you can see I've been using it a lot. It's called I Will Love You Forever for December. It's got 3 different owls, a moon, star, a little star, a swirl, I will love you forever, and you're a hoot. So these are what I created because it's December. I need tags, so I made them into tags. And they are as cute and darling as ever. I hope you like them. Okay, so the first one is this little wreath, and I use some of our little peppermints to decorate the wreath, and I put 'Tis the Season. This is a cricket cup from Close to My Heart collection. I colored the owl, and then he's going to tuck in there. Now in the kit there will be a white piece to put on the back here so that you can write to and from or a sentiment or whatever you want to do with your creation. You will also get a bow to put on here. It could be white, red, or gold. I don't know. You'll get one of each because you're going to get 2 of this one, 2 of this one, and 2 of this one. Okay, so you'll get 2 of each. So here's the one we're going to put together. So we'll do that real quick before we get to these. I colored all of these already. I will color one of them tonight on screen so that you can see how I do that. But I didn't want to have to do all of them because it is a little lengthy. So let me get a piece of scrap paper because I need it for the glue. Alright, I have found that putting the glue on these intricate pieces can be quite challenging, right? So I'm going to put my white piece on a scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to make sure this is still in screen. And I'm going to use, this is the Mono Aqua glue, which is really good glue. And I'm just going to dab glue all over this. Because it's going to be on the scrap paper, I don't care. I don't want to move it around though, because then the glue will get on the front of the little letters, or the little lines. They are so intricate, right? So tweezers ran away when I turned on the camera. No, they're here somewhere. Okay, found them. Alright, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to flip it over and just dab off all the glue on those lines so that it doesn't seep out the edges and make a gooey mess. Now there were dots that cut out of the Tis for the eye there, but they were tiny little pieces of paper and you never would have found them in your kits. So what I suggest that you do is take a black journaling pen, and this is about as big as that eye was, okay? So that's all you do. Now I do see there's a little, this is loose, so I'm going to make sure I don't have that happen. First of all, I should have made sure there was glue there because I know how that happens. I'm sorry if the camera's moving because my photo mount is on my tray for all of my glue. As long as my phone doesn't fall off, we're good. I'm sorry if it moved. I'll learn. Okay, so I'm going to use this Zig pen. We, Close to My Heart, used to carry them. And I can just go under and rub it on the back side. And hope that I get enough on there to stick it down. Alright, that looks good. Whoops. Alright, so 'Tis the Season is good. So you're going to have a white piece to go with this. Let me grab one so you see it. This is how your kit will come. Everything will be in a little bag. There are lots of pieces. So what I suggest you do is take everything out and put it according to the picture that you will get so that you have it to look at. Okay, so see how this fits. And when I was doing these, my Cricut turned off, so all the settings and sizes that I had were lost, and I had to do it over again, and obviously I didn't get it the right size, but it doesn't matter because this is only for the to and from, and I'm only going to put glue around the edge because I only want it to glue to the red, and I want to cover up the hole where it's going to show through on the other side. Okay, so there's that. Now I don't want to have glue showing through where my dots are, so I'm going to just put glue on this side where I know it's not going to hit. And it doesn't have to be, you know, a lot of glue. It'll hold pretty good. And this is a pretty whimsical wreath. It's not realistic at all because the owls are obviously not realistic. They're just cutie patooties. Okay, so that'll fit perfect. Now you can pop this up on foam adhesive if you'd like. I'm not going to. The owl's going to sit right underneath. I'm going to put glue right here on the bottom so that it doesn't interfere with putting the owl there. And let's make sure I didn't go too far. Alright. So he's going to be able to sit right in the middle and cover that white hole anyway. Just like that. Very cute. Alright, so let's see. And I want to say these peppermints, they can look pretty orange. But if you put them next to something orange, then they look red. So if I put them down here, they look a little more red because the owl has orange in him. And I did that purposefully so that they would look more red. And you can see that on this one too. So you'll get some of these peppermints in your kit. And you'll go just put some glue down. And you can use, you know, whatever you have. I used this glue, and I tried to use the Quickie glue pen, but it didn't give me enough glue to put it on here. Now this is our new pickup tool. It's just like wax in here, and I just rub it on here to get it warmed up, and then it'll pick these up good. And this one is a little wonky shape, so I'm gonna flip it over. It's got a little edge there. I don't want that edge. I want the flat side to be glued down. Alright. And I was surprised that this even picked up these little mini, they're like a clay almost consistency when you feel them. It's like a little clay rubbery feeling. It's different. You could use sequins or gems or whatever you would like. Okay, so there's 'Tis the Season. Isn't he cute? Okay, oh, and I should have thought about where I was going to put this because it's going to cover up that one. Let me cover them both up. So let's take them off before they dry. Alright. Now to stick one of these maybe on here. No, then it's going to look really orange because it'll be next to the red. Alright, so we're not going to put anything there, so that's good. So that's one tag. You can punch a hole here with a hole punch. And then put it on a present, or you can hang it on a tree even, right, as an ornament. Put your name and date on it when you did it. So there is the first tag, and you'll get 2 of these. Okay, next one is this fun guy. Isn't he cute? I love the sunglasses on him. And you don't have to use the sunglasses, but I thought it was really cute because warm wishes. So I don't know, I was thinking sun and he'd be warm. So I put the sunglasses on him. And yeah, owls aren't green, I know, but I love how this coloring turned out. I colored so many of them. Let me show you. This one I did in red. I colored so many of these. Here's one that's done in red. This was a prototype. Okay. I know you didn't ask to see these, but I'm going to show you. That's a different green. Here's a gray one. You know, if you want to do a traditional owl. And more green. And what I did was I just tried to figure out what greens looked best together. So the green that I decided to use on this one was, all right, I'm going to show you if you want to screenshot this. These are all the colors of tri-blend markers I use. Alpine green is the one I ended up using with the citrus green blend. The citrus green, whoops, tri-blend avalanche. Okay, the citrus green blend is the bright green that's so vibrant here. So those are the two greens I use, and the citrus green also matches the fern cardstock, which is also very close to the avocado. Okay, so that is those. But as you can see, you could color, you know, any color you want. And you will also get, for your owls, you will get a piece of the almond paper to back it with and the white piece to stamp on. Okay, you won't get it all pre-stamped and colored. You have to stamp it and color it yourself and then put it on the almond. You don't have to put it on the almond, it's totally up to you. But I put it as a backer because, you know, you give it to somebody and it's a tag, it'll make it a little more durable, in other words. So that's that one there. Oh, and for his face, this one I did with the coral blend, and this one's also with the coral blend. And here's the one that I'm going to use. And you can see it on this one too. The face is done with the gold brown blend, the lightest end of the gold brown, to make it more of a soft color. The coral really popped there, and you may want that, I don't know, but I like more contrast with the glasses with this gold brown blend. Okay, so make this one now. And oh my goodness, my computer actually unfroze and then it froze again. All right, well, whatever. Okay, some of these tags, this is, I'm sorry, but you know how the Cricut has its own mind. These, I didn't create these. These were part of Close to My Heart's Cricut collection, one of them. And the score line was very, very close to the ends here, okay? So I did restructure it after I had lost all the information. I figured I might as well restructure it while I'm doing it so that the score line is down farther so you won't have a problem. Some of them are this way though, so the way to fix that is just to move your score line up a little bit and then score it manually, okay? So if you get one where the score line is up too high, I'm sorry, just fold it up a little bit more and fold it with your fingernail or scoring tool. Okay, so you're going to bend these in, and this is going to make your little pocket for your owl. And you could fold it around the back like this, but again, the score lines were not precise, so it won't fit perfectly. So I just folded it in. The new ones that I made, I think are the same way. Okay, so you'll have to put glue on the inside and then fold it over to get your pocket. Don't put too much glue on because you don't want it to seep and seal your pocket shut. Okay, you just want enough on there to get it to hold. And I find liquid glue will hold better in the long run, especially if it's used a lot, if you make it into an ornament. So that's just a tip. You know, the tape runners seem to let go after a while. Time is not on their side. All right, your wishes, you might have to punch out a couple of the little paper pieces. This one looks good. You might also get ones that are bigger than this. And I'm sorry if the dogs start barking. My husband just came home. So, okay, put some of the glue on the back of your wishes. Again, on your scrap paper. And the tweezers, there they are. Flip it over, tap it off so you don't have a lot of glue. And this should line up perfectly. Just manipulate it to cover. You could offset it a little bit to have a little red outline because it is the same color. Well, no, this one isn't. If you fold it, if I had folded it the other way, this would have been the same color as this because our paper is two-sided. You get a light side and a dark side. So if you do it like this so the dark side is up, you're good. Okay. Now, I also see I've got a little red circle there from something. I could put it there for wishes, but no, I don't think so. Okay. So warm wishes is going to go on here. And you could stamp some of the images from your stamp set. Let's do some little stars. And I'm going to do this in green. Excuse me for a minute. I need my little block. And you could stamp this before you glue it, of course. And I just want to put a few on here, just to add a little interest. Okay. So let's put our warm wishes on. And when you use this scrap paper like this, make sure when you put this down to put glue on it, you don't put it where your wet glue is. All right. Okay. So there's that. Okay, so this guy, now a little crooked. He is not on the brown, so you could layer him onto the brown backing. And then he'll go in here like this. And your glasses, you're going to get 3 layers. You're going to get the white layer and your smoothie or papaya layer, and then the top green layer. Okay. And look at how fine that is. Some of them might be a little tattered. It's okay. Just color them with a green marker if you have one. It adds to the look. I wish, you know, everything was perfect, but sometimes paper doesn't cooperate the way you want it to. So it even puts a little white flashes on the glasses for the reflection. I thought that was pretty cool. Now this, I think I've got some wet glue, maybe not. I'm going to put wet glue, a little dot here, and then dab it in the wet glue because it's just so little to try and put it everywhere. And then make sure you don't have a lot left on your paper, and then you can line it up. Doing it that way makes, you know, letters or anything like that, getting glue on them so much easier. You could use double-sided adhesive on the back of your cardstock before you cut it out. It's kind of hard to do with Cricut, but you know, I have seen it done. So there are his glasses. Aren't they cute? Those, I hope, are all sized correctly. I don't think the sizing changed on those. When I first started, the glasses were huge. The poor little owl would have fallen over with them on. And then you also have a hole there to put a ribbon in. And there you go. He's all done. So he's really cute. So you can take them in and out. You can put to and from. Oh, you don't want to put to and from on here unless you use the brown. The brown will cover all that coloring up. Or you can put it here. And you can also tuck a gift card behind there. Okay, so that it will be covered up. So it'll be a surprise when they pull it out and there's a gift card attached to the back of the owl. Cool idea. All right, so that's number 2. You'll get 2 of those. This is number 3, and this is my favorite. Look at it, it's got a little Santa hat. Good, it's an owl Santa. Now this also, you could put the brown on to cover it up. And it would also cover the hat, where the hat's glued on. But he's really cute. And there's a little hole here in the back for you to hang it with a tag. Some of them have holes, some of them don't, because they were before I lost all my information. So he pops right in there like that. So you know it's something that pulls out. And again, a gift card could be tucked in there, or money, and that's what I'll be doing for someone that's going to get some money from me. So this one is a little more work, but not a lot. And again, the score line was real tight to this one, so we're going to make sure that it doesn't hinder it when I fold it, because if you don't manipulate the score line, your paper can tear. And I'll show you on this one. This is the first one I did. The paper tore here at the bottom. See the white core? Because I manipulated it after I folded it, and it didn't have enough room to bend. Okay, so this one's going to need a little bit. Right, and bone folder. Alright, that's good. Now this one I would fold with these on the inside so it looks nice and neat. Up and see, this one doesn't have a hole either because it was done before the changes. So you'll have to take your hole punch and punch your hole in one side. Doesn't matter which side, they're both the same. All right, so there's that. And oh, my computer's back on live. All right. So this is the owl, and like I said, oh, this one does have the brown on it, so it'll tuck in there. And this is the tree that you're going to get. So because our paper's double-sided, when you fold your tree, the light side will show, then the dark side, then the light side, and then the dark side. So it makes a really pretty Christmas tree. So when you glue it, make sure you glue here, because you'll know not to cover up where the little holes are. And the same with this one. And this one here. And then when you fold here, you're going to do the same. And then we're going to put a block on it to hold it down while it dries. And we'll put something else together. Alright. So your ho ho ho, you're going to get 2 sections. The smoothie or papaya goes on the bottom, and the red will go on the top. And my glue's getting low. I'll put that there and that there. And put this on top. Alright, now in your kit you're going to get 2 of these little red middle of the O, okay? Make sure you look for them. I'm making sure they're in there. And if you don't find it, just cut something out or draw it with a red pen. You know, that would work too. Or just don't have it in there at all. Okay. Oh, just a little crooked. Alright. You're also going to get a white hoe, which we're going to also dab into the glue. And you only really need the tips of the H in the glue. And you can put the white here and the black here, or the other way around. It doesn't really matter. So there's that one. tried to keep all the colors coordinating so I didn't have so many to work with. This would look really pretty in any color. Blues especially, I think. Where did my wet glue go? There it is. I don't think I had any left. Okay. So ho ho ho. Right. And the hat, the black layer is your base, and it's supposed to be a little bit of an outline, but it really didn't. It's not any bigger. I tried to make it a little bigger, but then it was not the same as the white. I don't know why. I probably could have done an offset, but that's not... I wasn't real happy with that. I wanted it to be precise the way they showed it. Oops. Oh. I'll have to clean that up after the video. Your Versamat cleans up really easy, glue and everything, so it's not a big deal. You'll notice I don't get upset about a lot. Okay, so that lines up pretty good. You might be able to see just a little bit of black around the outside, and then the red goes on top. Having that black does give it a little more structure. It's more sturdy. And then the red goes right on top. And it should fit precisely. Alright. And this is going to get glued to his head. It's going to be a Santa owl. Alright. To put him under the block now, let that dry. Now that our tree is done. And you will also get a moon and a star for your tree, and then the ho 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 goes over the tree. So we're also going to stamp some of the swirl there, and I did this in black. You can do it in any color. I use the intense black. And I know the tree is going to go here, and the ho 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 down here, the moon here. So I'm going to put a swirl there, maybe a swirl here. Let's go onto the scrap paper. And do a swirl up here. All right. The star I colored with the, let me see, the gold yellow blend. And I used the middle color. Actually, I think I used the light yellow on this, but that's okay. You can color it any color you want. Now, for the moon, I use the gold yellow. I think I actually tried the gold brown on this to see how it would look, but I like the gold yellow better. So what I do is I don't go like precisely over the black. It's not supposed to smear because I use the intense black, but you know, it still could. If you stamp, make sure you wait before you color it with the alcohol markers or any other medium you might use, just to make sure your ink is dry. So then I'm going to go over it with the middle color and then with the dark color, and then this creates an ombre effect. And no, I'm not trying to follow lines or anything. I'm just going down one section with light, medium, dark. And then I'll go back to medium again. And I just overlap a little bit. You really can't see any overlapping colors with all the other details from the stamping in here. Okay, and now I'll go back to the light again. And this is precisely how I colored the owls as well. Because they're so detailed with a lot of stamping on them, trying to color everything precisely would be really hard. So this one I used the brown gray blend, and I went over it with the red for the lines, and I used the dark red blend, the lightest color on these, and then just went around the outside with the medium. And I used the dull green forest feathers, and I just went red, green, red, green, red, green. Okay, so that was all there was to it. Not trying to, you know, make it look realistic or anything like that. Now, any of these can also be popped up on your foam adhesive if you want. So the tree's going to go here, and leave enough room to glue your star on. You could have it up to the top, but then your star could get pulled in when you're trying to take the owl out and, you know, get pulled right off. So I leave enough room there for the star. And I'm going to glue the star right to the top of the tree, not to the red pocket. Okay. The moon, go right to the red. And the ho ho ho, this I am going to, I want to put it on foam adhesive. I don't want to open my drawer to get it out. Let me see if I can find some on my desk. I don't. Okay, so I gotta move it again, sorry. These little circles are available from close to my heart, and these are really thin, so I'm only going to put it on the end that's going to be over here because the tree layer is already dimensional, so this makes it fit really well without too much popping up. All right, so that's good. And now our little owl would pop right in there. So, isn't that cute? And then you're also going to get some of our iridescent snowflakes. You can see them here. These are only available till the end of this month, end of December. They might be, you know, left over, but I know our fall sequins with the little leaves and the little, they had little balls in it, and foil leaves and a whole bunch of sequin mix, that sold out, and people were like, oh, I want some, and it's like, yeah, I should have gotten it early. Get it early. I got a couple of extras. I used some for the card or layout kit that I made, and I think everybody really liked them. Okay, so there are the sequins. Those are so cute. So that you'll get 2 of these as well. This one. So let's color an owl and get that over with. Let me see. I'm going to color a little one because, oh, you know what? I don't know if I have any that aren't stamped. I might. Let me go through and show you some of these other ones because I don't think I have one that I haven't colored. I'm sorry. Well, you got to see me color the moon, and that's exactly how I did it with the owls. any stamped images that are like this, that's how you do it. And this is the kind of thing that you're going to be getting. You'll get a white piece and a brown piece that you just need to stamp and color. All cut out for you. Alright. I'm sorry, I don't think I have one. I colored them all. Not thinking I was going to color one on mine. So this is with the gray, and this is with the yellow brown. The yellow brown with little of the burnt orange. This is the burnt orange with the same green and the red and the orange, and then you can see how I mixed them. This one I like. This one was covered with the gray first, the gray brown, and then over it with the colors, and see how muted those colors are with the gray underneath them. This one is more red with the orange and coral blends. Here's one with the coral blends and gray, very similar to the one that was in the prototype. Okay, here's the little guys. This is with the green and the gray, and the green is very muted. And this one has coral and the deep red blends with the gray, but I didn't put gray under the red. This one I put gray under the red, you can see here, and it made it just really deep red. And here's one with the yellow brown, I believe, yes, and some of the burnt orange. And this is with that citrus green, and that's that yellow brown, and then the brown gray. This one I don't like. The green and the gray did not go. I really like how the wings outlined with the red are good, but with the gray and the green, it just did not work well. But you know, that's how you learn, by trying. And this one with all the gray, I think would have been better if I'd used the yellow brown for the eyes. I think that would have worked out better, or even just left them in gray. And that is the Stamp of the Month tag kit. So the spiel on that is, if you're a VIP with me, you get the Stamp of the Month free with a $50 order. If you are not a VIP and you place a $50 order, you can get the Stamp of the Month for $5. If you want just the Stamp of the Month, you can buy it outright for $18.95. So if you have any questions or would like to order, let me know. My link is in the description of the YouTube video for going to my Close to My Heart website, stampinforever.closetomyheart.com, to place an order to help me out. And if you ordered this kit free or paying for it, you don't have to let me know. I'll see it. I get notified of all orders, and I'll send it to you automatically. They are ready to go. And now that those are done and this video is done, I can get to work on my Christmas cards and recipes. And thank you for joining me here on my YouTube. If you're new, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I post new videos. So take care. Thank you for joining me. Bye.